The Suna East Member of Parliament Junet Mohammed has reduced the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua into a small boy. This is after Gachagua asked the ODM members to join DCP party after William Ruto had successfully managed to buy the ODM party. This did not sit so well with the ODM members, and today, while in Kendu Bay, Junet Mohammed and other leaders attacked Rigathi Gachagua greatly, reducing him into a village boy. But initially, Rigathi Gachagua had said that he had warned the ODM members to quit associating themselves with the William Ruto, giving examples of what happened in the Mount Kenya region. However, the ODM members did not listen to Gachagua, and they kept quiet to an extent where the Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga, the Suna East Member of Parliament Junet Mohammed, and Oburu Odinga managed to sell the party to ODM. He further said that the party of ODM was raised in tentacles of not praising the regime that oppresses the poor, but to fight for the rights of the common mwananchi. And therefore he pointed out that in as much as all other parties are complaining about the fuel hike, ODM that used to to fight for mwananchi's rights, it was busy asking William Ruto to respect them and asking UDA partners to respect them. Listen to this.
Huyu mtu tunamjua atamaliza ODM kwa sababu hataki upinzani katika Jamhuri ya Kenya. Na mimi naomba watu wafuasi wa ODM, huyu Kasongo akimaliza ODM msikuwe na wasiwasi. Wote watu ya ODM mkuje kwa chama ya DCP, tukae pamoja, tuokoe Kenya pamoja. Harambe.
So basically here Rigathi Gachagua was offering us a shoulder to lean on for the ODM members who he feels that are left hanging, and therefore he asked them if William Ruto manages to disrupt the party completely, they can come forth and join DCP party. This did not sit so well with some ODM party members, and today Junet Mohammed attacked Rigathi Gachagua badly from Kendu Bay in Homa Bay County, where they had a meeting, and here he told Rigathi Gachagua to mind his own village party, and that is DCP. He pointed out to what had happened earlier during the maandamanos, where the ODM members or rather the Azimio members who could place sufurias on their head, claiming that the cost of living had gone higher, asking William Ruto to, soften the cost of living. But at this time is when Rigathi Gachagua was the deputy president, and Gachagua was using extra power, extra energy to detain or to control the crowds and the maandamanos. At this point, Junet Mohammed reminded many people who were at that gathering, telling them that at this point is when Rigathi Gachagua could order goons when he could wake up at 5 a.m. to be in his office, so that he can try to control the maandamanos. He could organize goons, organize police officers to beat up the people who were demonstrating. He even pointed out that Rigathi Gachagua had organized, and during those demos, the car of Raila Odinga was shot at it more than 10 times because of the order that was given by Rigathi Gachagua, and during that time the president William Ruto was not in the or rather was not in Kenya.
Nafikiri tumesahau kama watu wale. Anafikiri tunasema nini? Wakati alikuwa deputy president na baba Raila Amolo Odinga alikuwa anaongoza maandamano baada ya uchaguzi, Raila alikuwa anaenda kwa ofisi yake saa 11 asubuhi ili kupangia baba na Odinga. Unakumbuka? Akipiga risasi gari ya baba, unakumbuka? Paka leo sasa hivi Rigathi hajakanyaga kaburi ya baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Hajasema hata pole. Amefurahi, amesherehekea kifo cha baba. Mtu kama hiyo anaweza kuwa maana kwa ODM. Anaweza kuwa maana kwa ODM. Jambo la mwisho kwa sababu ya saa.
By saying this, he was trying to invoke anger among the people of Luo Nyanza, who to some extent had started softening towards Rigathi Gachagua. Junet Mohammed further, said that Rigathi Gachagua is one person who hated Raila Odinga so much to his death. He said that even after Raila Odinga died, Rigathi Gachagua has never found a meaning, has never found a reason to go to Kango Kajaramogi to pay his last honor to the fallen soldier. However, he's here lecturing them on how to run their party. He said that perhaps Gachagua was so happy and celebrated because Raila Odinga had died. That was a very heavy statement that Junet Mohammed put across. And all this is coming at this point because of the broad-based shenanigans, because ODM has stuck to the idea that they are going into broad-based government. They want to make the government in the coming election. They are tired to be in opposition. That is the mentality they are going in broad-based with. However, recently there have been concerns. The two have been speaking, saying that, the UDA party, which is supposed to be their partner, is not respecting them. And that is the point where many people are asking themselves whether the broad-based agreement is breaking or it's weakening. And that is the point where Rigathi Gachagua was asking them, have they lost their mind? Because ODM was known to fight for people's rights, but here they are calling for respect from UDA party, yet people are crying here and there about the hike in fuel prices. And this has come at a time when ODM is facing a rift within them, and now there is an emergence of many factions within ODM. One party that was known to be so strong, to be united, lately it is so divided. We have Linda Mwananchi as a faction within ODM. We have Linda Ground as a faction within ODM. We have those people who are undecided as a faction too within ODM. Initially, remember Raila Odinga, when he was alive, we could try so hard, so much to bring the people together, including those with divergent views. He could try and see how to accommodate them, but he maintained to have a unified party, and this was so easy for him to bargain, especially after he has been defeated during elections. And it's for that reason why you've seen Raila Odinga in every government. During the Moi Kibaki's government was there, in Nosumukate, Uhuru Kenyatta's government was there through handshake, and William Ruto's government was there through a broad-based government. And remember today, Edwin Sifuna, while speaking at a rally in Nakuru, Sifuna said that the broad-based government in the 10-point agenda that he, Sifuna, and other advocates had written, that William Ruto signed, indicated 9 things that the UDA government could have done so that to cement the agreement. However, during the death of Albert Ojwang from Migori, that thing ceased to work, because that was one of the main agendas of that piece of shit, because they knew that many people had died, especially during the Mandamanos, and therefore they wrote a clause in that agreement sheet asking William Ruto to cease further killings. No one should die because of politics. However, that one did not happen. I don't know what you think because of the exchange of words between Junet Mohammed and Rigathi Gachagua. You can write a comment down there in the comment section. We will debate there and perhaps form a basis of what we're gonna talk about next. If you're new here, consider subscribing, liking and sharing our content as a way of motivating us, helping us also to grow this platform.